So these actually gave me a triceps pump. Not even joking. Not even joking. I finished the set. I was like, what's going on back there? I got a little bit of back of the arm dump truck action. But one of the functions of the long head of the triceps is to extend the shoulder. And if you look at my armpits, and you will see that there is shoulder extension happening. Now you might say, oh, it's just an isometric. Do you even know what you're saying? Isometric. It means there's no movement at the joint. Like you're doing a squat against pins as hard as you can from the bottom position, and there's no movement. That's an isometric. This is not an isometric, okay? There is movement in my armpits. I guess there's something living in there. Pack of mole rats. You know the drill.
What's up, everybody? So today I'm going to be addressing what you just saw. Our friend Geoffrey Verity Schofield claimed that RDLs were hitting the long head of his triceps. And, I'm here to clarify that this is totally normal and it actually makes total sense and you shouldn't be confused by the statement at all. Okay, so I wanted to make this video because he just made that story. Yesterday I just did these stiff leg deadlifts and today I'm sore. Today he's pumped. So, this is the perfect day to talk about it because, Anyway, so I want to explain what's going on, why this is happening. So if you paid attention to his RDLs, he goes really deep and his torso gets at least horizontal with the floor and he rounds over. So the range of motion is important with this one. The depth of the arm and the upper body is important for this. But what the goal is, the reason why this is happening is because at the bottom of the motion, people like to claim that deadlifts are isometric for the back, for all these muscles, but they're all wrong, depending on how you do it. As you can see, if you have eyes, that my deadlift does not have a locked shoulder blade. My shoulders come forward, my shoulders flex, and one of the functions of the log head and other muscles, including the lats, teres major, rear delts, is shoulder extension. So here we have shoulder flexion, as you can see, shoulder flexion. And something else that goes unnoticed is because you have a pronated grip when you do a stiff leg deadlift, what happens with your shoulders is you come out of this adducted position, you go into this position at the bottom because it goes down a straight line in front of your shins towards your knees. So you actually get abduction and flexion at the same time. And another function of the long head of the triceps is shoulder adduction. So you're actually stretching the tricep with two different functions. All right, when you go deep. And what is important here is that your shoulder socket, instead of being back here, like on a normal deadlift, it comes out here and it pulls away from your scapula. It tries to rip off this motion. You see, we don't have more range of motion. We don't have more range of motion at the hip joint. Past this point, there's no more range of motion at the hip joint available while keeping the hips high. But if you let your arms drag, like a drag RDL, a reach RDL, you have no range of motion, but you let your arms pull forward. This motion increases the activity of the lats, teres major, rear delts, and triceps. And the long head. Because it's like a 90-degree lat prayer, straight arm pull down motion, because you're getting in this position. And we all know that this motion on a cable works the lats. This is not disputable. And then works the long head of the triceps too. These things are not disputable. So with a weight like this, with this much resistance at 90 degrees, 100 degrees, 110 degrees shoulder flexion, and then some sort of shoulder abduction, yeah, it makes total sense why your long head will get involved, why your long head will get sore, why deadlifts are actually a tricep long head exercise if you do them the right way. You see, execution is really important when you talk about lifts. People will say things like an iliac pull down doesn't work because they don't understand how to execute in a way that works. Do you see what I'm saying? Same thing with a deadlift for the long head of a triceps. If you know this fact and you grab the bar and you are conscious where your humerus moves, does it unlock? Does it pull forward? Does it rotate, elevate? Once you are aware of these things, you can make a deadlift, a tricep exercise, you can make a dip, a trap exercise, you can make I don't know. You can make any lift work any muscle, basically, if you know functions well enough. Like you can make a chest exercise, a bicep exercise, serratus exercise, an ab exercise, all at the same time, if you are aware of the functions. So here we have shoulder flexion, shoulder abduction right here. And as I'm coming up, you extend the shoulder, you try to pull it back in, and you do this motion. So it's this, right? This is definitely a tricep builder. So yeah, he's totally right. Nothing controversial about it. This is not some crazy bro science. It's, it's based on biomechanics. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I just want to talk about this so you guys know that when you do deadlifts correctly, the good effective ways for building muscle, you can actually work your triceps and a lot of muscles. All right, guys.